Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to talk about a very interesting topic: why developers don't use AI tools like Copilot. Even though AI is ready to help us, many developers are still keeping their distance. Why is that? Let's dig into this mystery together and explore various factors. The future is here. Declare AI tools. They promise to transform the software development environment, enhance productivity, and smooth out the learning curve. Let's look at what these tools specifically offer. It generates code based on comments or function signatures. It supports unit testing, debugging, and error identification. It provides contextual documentation and learning materials. But here's the interesting part. Despite these benefits, many developers haven't fully embraced AI tools. Approximately 60% of developers have tried AI coding tools, but only 25% regularly use them in their work. This is similar to when smartphones first came out and people said, "I only need calls and texts." Why is this happening? As we'll soon see, the reasons are complex and multifaceted. Let's explore each factor in detail. My code, my responsibility. This is a statement that resonates with every developer. Concerns about quality are emerging as a major barrier to the adoption of AI tools. Let's take a closer look. First, there's a fundamental issue of trust. Many developers question the quality of AI-generated code. It might look good on the surface, but can we really trust it for production-level work? Second, there are concerns about creativity. Since AI tools typically generate code based on previously seen patterns, they struggle with new or innovative approaches. This can lead to generic solutions rather than custom-designed code. Third, there's what we might call the paradox of hidden costs. One developer shared this experience. "It took me 2 hours to debug code I wrote with AI in 10 minutes. This highlights a crucial point. While AI can accelerate the initial coding process, the time spent reviewing, debugging, and refining AI-generated code can negate those gains. Many developers have mentioned spending significant time verifying and correcting AI-generated code. Have you had similar experiences? There are 4 core competencies of a developer: fundamental coding skills, creative problem solving, analytical thinking, and systems thinking. These are a developer's superpowers. However, development that is overly reliant on AI tools can actually hinder the strengthening of these competencies. Fundamental coding skills include mastery of basic syntax and programming concepts. When AI takes over coding, especially novice developers risk not developing a deep understanding of programming. Creative problem solving is about developing innovative solutions to complex challenges. Since AI typically generates code based on existing patterns, it can unconsciously limit the exploration of new approaches. Analytical thinking involves the ability to design and evaluate different approaches and alternatives. While AI can provide plausible analyses, they may not be the right design and evaluation for the task. Relying on AI for these decisions can lead to not knowing what better software is or what the optimal solution is. System thinking allows us to understand business drivers and the overall architecture. System thinking is still a limitation of AI. Nevertheless, if we rely on AI even for understanding what needs system thinking, it's no different from running without knowing the destination. Most educators and senior developers are concerned about the impact of AI tools on skill development. It's like using a calculator too much and weakening your mental arithmetic skills. Imagine having to modify code in a few years, but no one understands the AI-generated code. A new form of technical debt is born. There are concerns about the long-term maintainability of AI-generated code. Change isn't easy, especially when it completely transforms your daily workflow. Let's look at the practical challenges of integrating AI tools into existing development environments. First, there's workflow disruption. Development teams generally have established processes from code review to testing and deployment. Integrating AI tools can require significant changes to these workflows. Second, there's a serious lack of expertise. Effectively integrating AI tools requires specialized knowledge of prompt engineering, model capabilities, and limitations. Does your organization have dedicated personnel to support the effective integration of AI tools? Often, there's just pressure to actively use AI tools because they supposedly increase efficiency. Third, there's natural resistance to change. Most developers have shown significant resistance to changing their current development methods. If it isn't broken, don't fix it can be the prevailing sentiment. Integration issues are even more critical for teams developing on large legacy systems or working in highly regulated industries. Most developers working on legacy systems report significant difficulties integrating AI tools with their existing codebase. There are four main reasons why developers prefer traditional coding methods. First, there's the familiarity comfort. Developers who have spent years mastering specific tools and technologies tend to stick with what they know. The learning curve for effectively using AI tools can be steep, and it's easy to feel that traditional methods which they have mastered are more productive. Second, there are concerns about creative freedom. Many developers worry that AI might limit their creative thinking process. They believe that if developers rely on AI, their ability to develop innovative solutions might be restricted. A true artist wants their own brush. Third, there's the issue of skill maintenance. Coding directly helps maintain programming skills. Some developers worry that relying on AI tools might actually lead to a decline in their own abilities. Finally, there's a preference for control. For complex projects with intricate architectures, manual coding gives developers greater control over code quality and design decisions. Most developers working on complex systems tend to stick with traditional development methods over AI tools. These preferences are particularly strong among experienced developers who have developed their own effective workflows and coding styles through years of hands-on practice. We have identified three fundamental limitations of current AI. First, there are limitations in understanding context. AI tools struggle to fully grasp the complex context of a project. They often miss important background information that we intuitively understand. For example, an AI tool might suggest a caching solution without understanding that the application needs to be stateless for scalability. This lack of contextual understanding can lead to suggestions that are inconsistent with the system architecture. Second, there are issues with understanding requirements. There's a gap between the requirements and the generated code. AI-generated code may not perfectly align with the project requirements or business logic. Many developers report that significant human intervention is needed to tailor AI-generated code to the specific needs of a project. Third, there's the irreplaceable nature of human creativity. Programming involves problem-solving, design thinking, and creativity that AI cannot fully replicate. AI cannot completely replace the developer's ingenuity. These limitations are particularly evident when dealing with highly specialized domains or unique business requirements where common patterns don't exist in the existing codebase. Balance is key. Finding the right balance is crucial for successful AI adoption. While the adoption of AI has made significant progress, it has not yet reached universal acceptance among developers. Several factors influence adoption, including concerns about code quality, the negative impact on developer skills, and the inherent limitations of current AI technology. Team culture and leadership attitudes towards AI also have a significant impact. Teams with a learning-oriented culture are more likely to successfully integrate AI tools. However, when used appropriately, AI tools can provide valuable assistance in enhancing productivity and accelerating learning. Studies show that teams that effectively integrate AI tools experience productivity increases of over 30%. A balanced approach to collaboration between developers and AI tools is needed. This means using AI tools for appropriate tasks while maintaining human oversight and creativity. The most successful teams use AI for routine coding tasks while leaving complex architectural decisions and creative problem-solving to developers. What will the super developer of the future look like? As AI tools become widespread in the development environment, the most successful developers will be those who can effectively collaborate with AI tools. Here are 4 key skills for effective developer AI collaboration. Quality-driven. Develop the ability to create higher quality software with AI. This includes writing effective prompts, understanding the strengths and limitations of AI, and developing workflows that leverage AI capabilities while maintaining human oversight. Code review. Build the skill of thoroughly verifying AI-generated code. This involves developing a systematic approach to evaluating AI-generated code, understanding common AI error patterns, and creating effective testing strategies. Design expertise. Cultivate the ability to suggest improvements to generated programs. Develop a deep understanding of software design principles and the ability to guide AI tools towards better solutions. This includes designing for maintainability. Collaboration with AI. Enhance developer capabilities through strategic collaboration with AI. This means using AI as a learning tool, understanding the underlying principles of AI suggestions, and continuously improving your own skills. AI is a collaborator, not a competitor. How you develop this relationship is entirely up to you. In conclusion, the future demands developers who can leverage the strengths of AI while compensating for its weaknesses. By developing these collaborative skills, we can create a future where AI enhances rather than diminishes the role of human developers. Thank you to everyone taking this lecture. I hope this lecture helps you utilize AI tools. In the next lecture, we will demonstrate the limitations of AI tools and the core competencies of developers through simple examples.